Deputy Speaker unaniambia ati nimwambie Natembeya akae karibu na mimi. Mimi hata sitahili kumwambia. For Natembeya is a natural step because Natembeya is government from the time he was employed to today. Huyu tulikuwa na yeye na uniform moja. Mimi nilikuwa mkubwa kwake, tulikuwa madio pamoja. Alafu akakuwa DC. Hii mtu hata ukikata damu yake ni serikali. Si ndio? Ndio alikuwa anahangaisha huyu Ngeno. Because alikuwa mtu ya serikali, one of the most efficient administrators ambaye tumekuwa nayo katika Kenya hii. The blood of George Natembeya is government. Sasa wewe bwana George Natembeya, wewe ni serikali tangu zamani. You have no business in opposition. Hiyo watu hata mwezi elewana. Kwa sababu wewe si mtu ya maandamano, wewe si mtu ya kuweka sufuria kichwa, wewe si mtu ya kelele, wewe ni mtu ya serikali tangu zamani. Kweli ama uongo? Mnataka akae na serikali? And bwana Natembeya, come, we work together. We have worked with you before. You are government. You understand government like the back of your hand. You know how useful it is to be in government. Please lead the people of Trans Nzoia into government so that they can get a lot of development. They can get services from the government. So George Natembeya requires no invitation to government. He is government by blood. Si ndio? Hata akisimama hapa anaongea kama serikali. Huyu hawezani na mambo ya upinzani. Hawezi, he is not. His DNA is government.
A very good evening and welcome back to Havana Media. My name is Boniface Wino, and as usual I'm going to be your host for today. I would like to apologize. First of all, I would like to apologize to our viewers for being late from not posting a video earlier to this day. This because we had got a power blackout and it forced the Kenya Power to come and do for us the checkups to know where the problem was. But we thank God that now we are back and everything is now okay and we are going to move on as usual. Now, I would like us to talk about this issue of Moses Wetangula together with Musalia Mudavadi ceasing from being the politicians of Luhya Nation or from being the politicians of Mulembe Nation. Because why am I saying that? I'm saying this because this unity is really full in these guys. And they are working so hard to separate the Luhya nations as much as they can, simply because they feel or they think that they are in their higher offices. But there is someone that is really working hard to make sure that this unity that they are trying to bring or to take to Western is not there. And that person is George Natembeya, the governor of Trans Nzoia County. That is what I want us to talk about. And the reason as why I also think that William Samoei Ruto is behind all the things that Natembeya is doing in Western. But before we do that, or before we jump into that topic of ours today, I'll just remind you that to take a moment, go to the subscription area, click the subscribe button, like, share, and also drop me a comment at the comment section so that I can know where you're watching us from and the way these videos are reaching. As I normally say, that feedback is normally the key thing in any form of communication. And you can also tell me where you're watching us from. You can drop me maybe your county, and tell me the way these videos are reaching you.
Na mtu asiniambie Natembeya umeongea mambo ya Ford Kenya sana. Mimi nitaongea mpaka siku chama ya Ford Kenya itakufa na fiziki. Maana matatizo yetu dunia hii pande hii kwetu ni mambo ya Ford Kenya. Hakuna sababu nyingine. Hata kulikuwa na jamaa panaitwa Chris Wamalo. Alikuwa mjumbe wa Kiminini, ndio? Akasimama kiti ya gavana akaanguka. Ama namna gani? Tukafikiri kwamba sasa huyu mwenzake atamtetea akuwe waziri. Alimtetea? Anatetea mama kwa sababu mama alimwambia ruka, mama anaruka kaa mama haya anatetea sasa mama naenda. Anajua kiambia Chris atakataa ama namna gani? Oria basi na naogopa wenzako kwa nini? Weka watu kama hao ambao watakusaidia ama namna gani? Hiyo ndio siasa sisi tunataka. Sio siasa kufinya watu. Unatumia watoto wengine na wapatie shilingi 500 kwenda kupiga watu kwa matanga. Sisi ukikuja kuleta hiyo ujinga hapa Trans Nzoia utakuja tutakusikiliza, lakini ukileta ukuzi hii ndio inakusinyia sana. Amazilani. Hii dunia watu wetu, mtu mbukuza anaitwa Natembeya aliambia mzungu kwa macho kwamba wawile wenywe. Ndio? Kwanza leo waingiozo oraka kumumuta. Wote kweli. Nalimwambia hivyo. Alafu wengine wakuja Masinde Maliro, Omalo kijana, nani? Tabu guys. Sasa hizi wale watu ambao walikataza Moi kwamba wewe usikubali hata multipartyism, mawakili wa Moi ati waongozi wa Ford Kenya sasa hivi. Wanatupeleka mahali kijana anataka twende kweli? Hawezi. Ona bantu wewe mahali tumefikia sasa ni kushirikiana na tupendana na Wakenya wengine wala ambao pia wameumia. Maana ni wengi. Sio sisi peke yetu. Hii mnafikiri wakati mnatoa ushuru na hakuna barabara iko vipi pale nimeenda wapi? Amjui mahali nimeenda? Enda na Wetangula. Atuambia mahali iko, si ndio? Tazama ndio yako huko na haijafika imeenda wapi?
Now, jumping back to our topic, I have got 4 convincing questions. I have got around 4 questions that I would like to ask. These are a video that is full of questions that needs a lot of engagement from you. Number 1 question that I want to ask. I told you yesterday in a video that I played concerning the Tawe Nation, the Tawe movement, and I said that William Samoei Ruto, there is someone greater who is behind all the things that Natembeya is doing in Western. Because suppose there was no one who is behind Natembeya's action in Western, then it could have been stopped. And I reminded you that EACC, whether EACC can stop Natembeya from doing all the things that he's doing, it is just by a phone call away. That is what I said. And I saw some people asking me about that, Boni, where is the link between Natembeya's political reign and EACC? How are they connected? But that is not what I want us to talk about. What I want to ask you is this. Suppose William Samoei Ruto is not behind all these things that are happening, or support Rigathi Gachagua is not behind all these things that is happening. What I know is that right now Rigathi Gachagua could have even gone to Western, because I heard when they were in a meeting 3 days ago, I heard Wajakoya inviting him to Western so that he can go and take some cup of coffee or a cup of tea. And with Gachagua tried to talk about the issue with Wetangula and Natembeya, though he didn't go deep into it. But I think there is something that these guys are not telling us. Now, my first question is this.
Tuko chonjo. Haya njaa. Njaa. Umaskini. Umaskini. Ukabila. Ukabila. Mapendeleo. Mapendeleo. Ford Kenya. Ford Kenya. Wetangula. Wetangula. Umaskini. Njaa. Njaa. Ukabila. Ukabila. Mapendeleo. Mapendeleo. Ford Kenya. Ford Kenya. Wetangula. Wetangula. Muko chonjo.
Why do you think, or according to, if it is true that William Ruto is behind Natembeya's action in Western, then why do you think William Ruto is supporting Natembeya for doing all these things? That is the first question. The second question that I want to ask is this. William Ruto is sponsoring or supporting Natembeya for causing chaos in Western. What is he going to, what is he standing to gain by Natembeya doing all these things? That is the second question. The third question is this. What has Wetangula done? Because we know that Wetangula is the Speaker of the National Assembly. What has he done that is making William Samoei Ruto to turn his face against him? And now he has decided to recruit another person to fight Wetangula in their own region. I can answer those questions, but let me just ask them first, and then I'll give you my thought at the end of it. Before I give you a chance to answer, I'll also share with me my thought. Now, the last question is this. Is Eugene Wamalwa, the person that William Samoei Ruto called a woman, also supporting all these things that are happening? But another question about the issue of Eugene Wamalwa. We know very well that Eugene Wamalwa is really working so hard to find his own ways of becoming the deputy president of Kalonzo Musyoka coming 2027. But my biggest question is, if Eugene Wamalwa is supporting what Ruto is doing together with Natembeya, because at some point we hear him talking negatively about Wetangula, in which he doesn't want to criticize him directly. He wants to use the name of either Didmas Baraza or Peter Salasya or even Natembeya to attack Wetangula. If Eugene Wamalwa is trying to find his ways to William Ruto's side, do you think it will be easy for him, and he has also declared that he wants to become the next deputy president, do you think it will be easy for him to abandon his own party called the DAP Key, to join hands, to fight, or to join hands and be lured into what William Ruto is planning to do in Western, in order to gain politically? That is about Eugene Wamalwa. There is something that William Ruto is really trying to. Suppose Ruto is really behind Natembeya's action in Western, there is something that Ruto is trying to do. Ruto have sat down and he has realized that in Western, if I rely on Wetangula or Mudavadi, I will fail, and I will not get the votes I will not get the votes that are like the ones I got in 2022. So what William Ruto is trying to do is really sponsoring Natembeya, because he has realized that Natembeya has say in Western. So he is also finding his ways through on people of Western through Natembeya. And that is why I think Ruto, I told you very well that there is no one who is very much smart who calculates his moves politically like William Ruto. So any moment we see things like this happening, we have to think outside the box. Let us not just think that Natembeya is one person and he does these things by himself. No. Of course, I know that Natembeya is one man. Some people are saying that Natembeya is just doing it because he's a man, he can do things by himself. But Natembeya is being used by William Ruto. Natembeya is being used by William Ruto. We can't say that Natembeya is just a man who has seen an opportunity and is just jumping on the opportunity. No, it is not a matter of jumping into an opportunity that you've seen. It is a matter of working on what you think is best. I told you that in politics, there is nothing like guesswork. Everything is planned, everything is strategized, and everything moves on very well, and it's very well calculated. So when we see the movements that Natembeya is making in Western, there is some people behind him who are trying so much to sponsor him and to calculate the next moves of either Wetangula or Mudavadi. But now let us take away Mudavadi, because Mudavadi of recent is not even talking about the things of Western. He's seeing that he has arrived. So he has got no problem with the people of Western. That is just my thought and my questions. I would like also to give you a chance at the comment section so that you can also tell me what you think about the video. Until we meet again, I've been your host. My name is Boniface Wino. Bye-bye.